The ghost town of Belmont sits on the southeast slope of the Toquima Range at an elevation of 8,000 feet. And even with the heavy snow falling, the drive is still beautiful.
We made it. It's Dirty Dick's Belmont Saloon. The sign says, whoa. We're woeing.
We're stopping here.
We made it. It's definitely hat and sunglasses weather, for me anyway, with the shades.
It's definitely
Hi,
stay warm weather, I think is what it is.
Thanks for bringing us up here.
Well, I'm glad you could make it up here.
I was almost a little surprised that we made it up here. Sean Hall is the perfect guide to Belmont. He's a longtime ghost towner, and Belmont is his all-time favorite. He's written books on many Nevada ghost towns and runs the Tonopah Historic Mining Park.
I've been coming back here for 20 years just for another look, and every time I come back here, I find something I hadn't seen before.
And you wrote about it, right? You wrote a book.
Yes. I've written a number of books on ghost towns and mining camps, and one on Nye County, which Belmont is in.
How many people actually live in Belmont?
Well, permanent year-round, probably maybe 5, 6.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, here in Belmont, for all the residents, there is no power.
Okay.
So that everybody has either their solar systems or generator systems, things like that.
Wow. What's this here?
This is the remains of the old bank building, the Nye and the Ormsby County Bank.
I like that facade. The bricks seem strong, huh?
Yes.
They stayed up.
You'll notice that on all the walls of the buildings here, it's all out of stone. That was all from local here. Because obviously with all the snow, it was very cold here. And the stone was much more preferred over the wood, even though there was a lot of wood supply around here.
Yeah, well, you can see the wood. What
This
happened to the
building right
wood?
here is actually a tragedy. This is the old Cosmopolitan Hotel.
Oh.
It was standing until, about 10 years ago, and got pulled down by some rambunctious people.
Oh, that's terrible.
Just to see how strong it was. And
What a shame.
it was a beautiful 2-story wood building. You can see the side, part of the side, you can still see the cause on it. So.
Oh, I see.
But it was unfortunate because at the time it was destroyed, a grant had just been received to help shore it up and save it.
What a shame.
No, Belmont actually was the county seat for a while, right?
Yes. It was discovered in 1865, and it took over the county seat from my own, which is another ghost town.
Right.
And it actually held the county seat until 1905, when the Tonopah boom was so big, and at the time there was only about 20 people living here in town, so they couldn't mount too much resistance to losing the county seat. This is the old combination mining company headquarters, and it's been turned into a bed and breakfast by local resident Chris Bramwell. And so it's open to the public, and obviously not today.
Yeah.
It is open year-round. It's just when people make reservations, he'll be here during the winter. Otherwise,
Right.
Gotcha. What's up the road here?
these are some of the original buildings of the old schoolhouse, and one of the few wood residents remaining.
So for somebody who, like me, who doesn't know ghost towns and who just wants to go out and take a look, what should they look for? What kind of things excite you about them, the people that, are first timers should look for?
Well, obviously, for me, the most exciting thing is seeing some buildings, the style. I also like exploring the ruins and figuring out what the buildings were, because for my research, it's nice to know, okay, well, there was a saloon here, and sometimes you can tell if there was a hotel here. Unfortunately, the more remote you go, the better chances you have of being really surprised.
Yeah.
Central Nevada is actually much better than, say, Western Nevada because of proximity to Reno and Carson. So the more people that actually go to them, the better chance there is that there's going to be a lot of degradation.
That's too bad.
But you never know, because sometimes I'll read some material that'll say, oh, well, there's no buildings there. Well, I go there anyway, and all of a sudden I go off on a back road or something like that. Oh, and there's a nice little mining complex. So there's always surprises around the next corner, and that's what keeps the enthusiasm in me going.
How fun.